Well, in this video I'm gonna show you how you can change the rear brake pads and discs on a Mitsubishi ASX. Start by releasing the handbrake, lifting the car safely and removing the wheels. First we have this 14mm bolt that is a bit hard to remove, so I will show you an easier way to remove it. We can go to the other 14mm bolt down there, and before we start to unscrew it, first we can clean it using a metal brush, because if there is rust it will look a bit bigger and we may use the wrong size and damage it. Now we can unscrew it. So it comes out easy, and as you see it's a bit dirty and we have to keep it clean, and we can lubricate it later. You can see here it's a bit hard to get out, so we can wiggle it a bit up and down and push it backwards at the same time. Here it comes out, and we can see there is a missing part. It's the rubber sealant, we can say, for the compression, and the other rubber protection is out of its place. It has to be sitting on the brake holder there. So I'm gonna put it back and clean the pin. Now we can remove the pads. This outer pad here is held by these two holders, and it's also held from the inside the caliper, as you see here. And now we can remove the other pad. It may be sitting a bit hard, so we can hit it, and at the same time we have to be careful not to damage the disc itself, especially if we are not changing it. This rubber cap here is like a protection for the handbrake adjusting mechanism. As you see inside there is a gear, and we can move it to adjust the handbrake. So here we have to release the handbrake to take out the disc easier. So just release the handbrake and give this disc from this side few hits like in X pattern, and it will come easy. There is no screw or bolt that is holding it. We can see here why it's easier to release the handbrake before, because wear here can make some sharp edges, and it's gonna make that the brake shoe sit behind them. Now we have the parts out, so we can lubricate things, but not everything here can be lubricated. So not the pads where they touch the disc, and not the disc. So this disc comes pre-lubricated with some oil to protect it from rust. So before installing it we have to clean this oil by a degreaser. These brake pads came without pre-installed wear indicator that squeaks when the brake pad is about to wear down. This is the wear indicator, and you can install it either up or down on the inner brake pad. Up it's gonna scratch a bit less than down. So here is the inner one, and the wear indicator sits on it, as you see here. Everything is lubricated now. The pin, the pad, and the other pad is not lubricated, but I put lubrication on the caliper itself where it sits. And the other pin. When you lubricate these pins, put small amount of grease only and spread it around with your fingers, because grease is not compressible. If there is a lot of grease, it will not be able to go in. And here is how you can lubricate the pad. you put only on the sides where it slides and behind it. Do not put on front of it where it touches the disc. Here is the new disc. I cleaned it from oil with degreaser, and I'm gonna put some grease there on the edge and around it a bit so it doesn't stick to the hub. Don't forget to adjust the handbrake back. When adjusting the handbrake back, you want some amount of resistance, so you can turn the wheel by your hand, but not so freely. Now we can open the brake fluid reservoir near the engine and compress the piston, like push it back, and we can put some silicone spray around so we don't damage the rubber protection here. Here is the outer brake pad. Be sure that both those parts inside are sitting in the holes. So you lift these two holders and you push it slowly until you feel that they went in the holes. Here is the inner brake pad. It has to be sitting right there and pushed until it touches the disc. As we removed it, we install it back. So we start by sliding in the pin and up and down to spread the grease inside and until it gets to the right position so we can press it in, and this is how it will be sitting. We can put the pin back and some thread lock on the threads, and now we can tighten it. We can put back the wheel now and tighten to torque specifications and press the brake pedal a few times until it gets hard, and then exactly the same process on the other side. And don't forget to close the brake fluid reservoir, and then we are done. Thanks for watching. If you like my video and wanna see more DIY videos, you can like this video and subscribe to my channel.